hello. I hope that you are doing well. Uh, I'm just out driving and thought I'd pull over and share with you some thoughts on this Thursday because you know it is Thoughtful Thursday. Um, the first week that we uh, started up the Thoughtful Thursdays, I challenged us to write cards to people and uh, to call people to see if there are any needs that we can help with. And I got great feedback from that, and I hope that we are still continuing to do that because I know it means a lot. The second week that I uh, did this Thoughtful Thursday, I challenged us to, if I'm remembering correctly, I challenged us to tell a joke. The Bible says a cheerful heart is good medicine. And so I hope that you told a joke. I hope that you received a joke. And I hope that you were able to laugh and have a good uh, day last week. I understand that uh, with those of you who are home, and this may be a good time for you to fix things up around the house. Finish putting the baseboards all around the roofs, and uh, maybe do this or that. Uh, it's a good time to fix things and tidy things up and make things as they should be. This Thoughtful Thursday today is going to be a little different in terms of being thoughtful. Uh, I want us to think about relationships that we have with people and see if there are any relationships that we have that need to be mended. Are there any relationships that you have that need to be mended? And I understand that this is maybe a little different than what I had originally thought for Thoughtful Thursdays. But wouldn't it be wonderful if on a day such as this, a beautiful day when you're fixing things around the house, for you to uh, maybe send a card to somebody that you really struggle to love? Relationships are difficult. Uh, well, let me rephrase that. Having and sustaining good relationships can be difficult. And I'm reminded of what Jesus says on the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 5, toward the end of the chapter, starting in verse 43. Jesus captures their attention by saying, "You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy." I could I could envision all the Pharisees there saying, "Yep, yep, amen, preach." But then look at verse 44. Jesus says, "But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Why? Why does Jesus ask us to do that? Verse 45 tells us, "So that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven." This is why we need to be thoughtful. Uh, and what I mean by that is we have an opportunity each and every day to be people who love and who diligently seek um, or who have the need to fix things that are broken. Does that make sense? So, what I'm hoping for myself, and this is one of the more serious, thoughtful Thursdays, but I want to challenge us to love people today in a way that we normally don't let ourselves do or love, because there are relationships in my life where I really don't do what I know I can do to make those relationships be what they could be. And I believe uh, that I'm not the only one in that. I may be the only one in this whole wide world that has that. But I'm guessing that I'm not. And so my challenge for us is to think about those people who, we really don't like or that we don't talk to. I mean, perish the thought that that happens to any of us in the church building, that we don't talk to certain people who sit on the other side or whatever. I hope that isn't the case. But brothers and sisters, if it is, then let's be thoughtful today and let's do what we can. Let's be the bigger person and say, yeah, this was said, or yes, this was done. But I'm going to choose love. I'm going to choose to make things right in a time where I have time and can devote myself to preparing myself spiritually and emotionally for something like that. Let's make that happen. Encourage me to do that. Let me encourage you to do that because it is needed, and especially in this time of vulnerability and awkwardness. We have no idea what good can be done if we choose to be thoughtful and allowing love to be the denominator for our lives and as the motive for what we do and say. So I hope that makes sense. Those are things that I've been thinking about and trying to work on personally. And I hope that you're able to do the same with me today. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I hope that you're able to be out and in the yard or drive around like I am. But enjoy that. Think about relationships that you might be able to help. Because it's easy. The easy way is to not do anything. But let us be people who are active in trying to pursue those relationships that we know that we can help foster to be what we want them to be. Okay, guys, I love you. I hope that you have a great day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon.